Hey guys, welcome to a new sewing video. I am really excited about this one because I am finally going to be making this beautiful dress. I found this pattern a few months ago, but there were a couple of other things I wanted to make first, and then I had to wait forever for the fabric to arrive that I ordered for this. But it's finally here. So we can finally start making this dress and I just cannot wait. It is one of the most formal looking dresses I have made so far. I think I can pull this off as a casual dress, but still, you know, the cut and shape and everything, I just think it looks a little bit more dressy than maybe some of the other dresses that I've made, and I absolutely love that. So yeah, this is the dress. It is one of the vintage reproduction Vogue patterns. The number is V2903. Features two versions, a short sleeved and a long sleeved version, and they differ in neckline just a little bit, but honestly these are so similar that I couldn't really choose which view to make. So I asked on Instagram, and let's actually see what the poll says, what you guys think I should make. Okay, so we have a pretty overwhelming majority who thinks that I should make view A, which is the green one in front here, the short-sleeved version. So let's do that then. Maybe I shouldn't do this to all of my dresses. I was gonna say I might lengthen the sleeves to a 3/4 length, but I do that to all the dresses I make, and it might just end up looking the same as all of my other dresses. I will reconsider that. Let's put that thought aside for now. Anyways, the fabric that I got for this one is this lovely green poplin cotton that has a tiny bit of a sheen to it. I wanted to have something that looked a little bit fancier maybe to go with that, again, slightly more formal feel of the pattern. So this is a poplin, a little bit of a reflective quality to it, but still very comfortable. I think this shouldn't be too hard of a fabric to work with. So yeah, I'm really excited to get started. I already cut out my pattern pieces for this one, so I can get started laying them out on the fabric, and then we can cut it out and start assembly. I love this color so much. Such a beautiful, rich emerald green. Okay, let's get started. The joys of life in lockdown. Robert's in a meeting in the other room, so I have to talk to you here. But anyways, I have all of my pattern pieces cut out, and I am slowly transferring the markings onto them, and it is now time to start assembly. So the first part of this seems pretty straightforward. I am to do some stay stitching on the diagonal bits, which makes sense because they're cut on the bias, which is something I learned pretty recently. So I'm gonna start stitching them, and this dress, it's very interestingly shaped in the way that it's made in one piece. The top and the skirt aren't separate, and then at a certain point you start pleating the skirt bits, I guess, the skirt pieces. So the pleats are already marked out in the front of the skirt here. I can't really explain it. I think I just have to do it. I'm not entirely sure I fully understand how I'm supposed to do this either yet. So I'm just gonna start by stay stitching, follow the instructions, follow assembly as much as possible, and if I run into anything worth mentioning, then I will come back on and share that. I am so in love with this color. I think it's gonna be amazing. Yes, let's get started. Alright, I have stitched the front and side fronts together, and I am working on the first pleats. And the way these are made is a little bit funny. I don't think I have done it this way before, but there are markings in the back and I have to do the pleats in the front, so that's a bit complicated, but let's see if I can show you. There is a small circle here that I have to pinch from the outside and then bring that up to the large circle here. So then from the other side it looks like this. And then if it all lines up correctly, I should have a nice pleat. So let's pin that. Then if I understand correctly, I am to just baste down this entire pleat, I think, to ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm gonna do that, and then do the same thing on the other side, and then I think it's time to repeat this whole process in the back of the dress. But so far I really like where this is going. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Skillshare, so I just wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about them to you today. So Skillshare is an online learning community that offers thousands of classes on various different topics. They offer courses on anything from creative skills to business, personal development. I have been using Skillshare for, I think it's been over a year now, and it is incredible how much I have learned on there. They have a wonderful selection of high quality courses that can teach you about pretty much anything you would like to know, so that you can explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in creativity. I recently followed 2 courses actually on cinematography. The first one was called DIY Cinematography, Make Your Video Look Like a Movie, and that one is taught by Ryan Booth, who is a filmmaker and cinematographer. And that course really went into how you can use lighting, and especially natural lighting, to create that very kind of cinematic look to your videos. And the other was Cinematography Basics, Understanding Filmmaking Style, taught by Zach Mulligan, who is also a cinematographer, and that one went much more into kind of the process, kind of what a cinematographer does. And both of these featured really useful tips, and I learned a lot from them. I have been trying to implement more kind of cinematography into my videos, and if you've noticed, I've been going for a little bit of a different style lately, and this has been so useful, and other courses on Skillshare as well. But if you're not into cinematography, then there is so much more you can learn. I learned actually my first steps in sewing on Skillshare, as well as embroidery, personal development, personal branding, productivity tips, and things like that. There is something on there for everyone. So on Skillshare, you can connect with your fellow students, you can chat with the other students as well as the teacher underneath the course videos for, you know, encouragement, connection, and inspiration. So honestly, Skillshare is the perfect place to go, whether you are just bored and looking for something new to learn, or want to dive deeper into an interest that you already have. Skillshare is the place to keep you learning. So Skillshare are very kindly offering a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership to the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description box below. And after that, it's only around $10 a month, so definitely be sure to check that out. It's highly worth it. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. And now let's get this dress finished. I am having a bit of zipper anxiety, guys. I have to put in my zipper, but I have to put it in the strangest way. I have never done it this way before. So basically I basted the bits where the zipper is going to go down the center of my dress. Let's see, where does this end? Here. And now I am to attach the zipper, which I had to close up top here. I need to attach it like that, with the center over the basted part, and then stitch it, like baste it along here and then baste again from the outside. I think I have the instructions here, but it's complicated. Baste in center of zipper tape, basting across upper and lower ends. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to do the same thing twice. Okay, I'm gonna try and figure this out and then show you the result. Fingers crossed. I now have my front and back with zipper and pleats. There we go, pleats. And I think at this point, the next step is to sew up the side seam. So I think at this point I'm gonna try it on and see if it's maybe a little bit too wide in places, because this is the point where I can still tweak that. And I prefer usually doing that at the side seam, especially if there's no zipper. So I'm gonna just try it on, maybe pin it on myself, see how much room I have and whether I need to take in the sides a little bit. But we're making great progress here, guys. It is a new day. I am continuing work on the green dress and I am doing something here and trying to figure out what it is that I'm actually doing. It seems that I am attaching facing to the top of the dress. So this is the front. And I need to do the same thing to the back now. And I think what I figured out so far is that the dress has this weird neckline where basically the sleeves are attached to a kind of under piece. I think that's what they refer to as the yoke. And then the straps of the actual dress are draped over that, so they are not attached to the sleeves. And I think these are the dress straps, and after this I'm gonna make the under part with the second neckline and the sleeves. I think that's what's going on, but we'll see in a couple of minutes. Anyways, I attached the facing to the front, so I'm gonna do the back now, and then I am to move on to the yoke construction and then to set in the sleeves. So that's always a bit of a nerve-wracking process, but we'll make it through. Let's continue sewing. We're almost there. Now that my dress finally has straps, I can finally put it on and check for size. So that's what I'm gonna do first before I start working on the yoke and the sleeves. Oh, it's so wrinkled. I think this is maybe a little bit more of a difficult fabric than I imagined, but we'll see. We'll see about that later. First, I'm gonna just put it on and see if I need to take it in, because it does look a little bit big compared to other clothing items that I have. So I do think I will need to take in the sides a bit. So yeah. I'm gonna do that first and then start working on the yoke. I'm glad the facings worked out. Just need to close off the straps on the inside here. But it's looking good so far. I'm quite happy with it. Alright, we are entering the final stages of this project. I have sleeves all finished. I have my yoke also all finished. So now, if I understand this correctly, the sleeves go into the yoke, then the yoke goes into the dress, and then I just need to attach everything together. And then all there's left to do is to hem the skirt, and then the dress will be done. Sounds good enough? So let's do it. we are nearing completion. But this dress is a little weird. I'm not sure, it's probably me. I probably made mistakes because I struggled a lot with inserting this top bit and doing the sleeves and everything. It was a struggle. You know that whole 80-20 rule where 80% of the work takes 20% of the time and then the last 20% take 80% of the time? This dress. I shouted, we're nearing the end, way too soon. But now we are actually nearing the end. There are a couple of things I really like. I love that I took in the sides here so that it's a bit more form hugging. I think both the style of this dress and this fabric need that. That being said, the baggy sleeves, the sleeves I didn't take in just yet, and I definitely think I need to do that because the baggy sleeve look in this material is just, it looks very frumpy and cheap, dare I say. So I'm definitely gonna make those more form-fitting as well, hug my arms a little bit better. And then there's the problem of this yoke that kind of just does this. I'm not sure I attached this completely correctly, but I think I am just going to tack it on the inside here and also right on the shoulders so that the top doesn't slip off of the yoke as much. And I think that should fix a bit of my problems. The entire shoulder area tends to come down a little bit, but I'm not sure I can fix that. I'll think on it. Yeah, for some reason it never told me to undo the basting on the pleats. Wow. It never told me to undo the basting on the pleats, so I just went ahead and did that. I assume it needs to happen at some point. But it did leave me with all these little holes along the sides because this fabric isn't very forgiving to needle punches. So that's a bit unfortunate. And I created the most atrocious hem in human history. Like, seriously, it is very bad. It is just lettucing all over, and I really hope that an iron can fix this. I did it twice. Can you imagine having a dress twice? Yes, I did it twice, but second time, same result. No idea what's going on there. So I'm hoping an iron fixes that, and if not, then, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, this is the end of the instructions in the manual. So from now on, I'm just gonna tweak it on my own accord and hope that those little problems that I have now will be a little bit better. And then I will come to you with the final review. Well guys, here we are, the finished result. The dress is more or less done, I think. I hate it. Oh, I don't think this has ever really happened in a video before, but I don't like it at all. It needed to happen someday, right? The amount of things I'm sewing right now, no. If I'm completely honest, I feel a little bit like a toddler in an Elsa dress. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cut, maybe it's the material, maybe it's the fact that it still doesn't fit me that well. I think the fact that I needed to take in so much at the waist should have been a sign for me to look at the rest of the dress as well, size-wise. I think the shoulder bit is maybe too wide and that's why it's falling, but that's annoying. Not to mention it just doesn't look that great. I'm still not a huge fan of this bit that just keeps popping up even when I have tacked it down. This material, the poplin that I used, wrinkles when you look at it, which is really annoying because that adds to the kind of costume you feel. It looks like a costume. I feel like it looks like a costume and not something wearable, which is strange because I feel like I have much more costumey pieces in my wardrobe that don't feel nearly as costumey as this thing does. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but other than that, it was interesting to make. I can say that. I learned a lot, I think. It tested my patience. Very much so. I think this will be slightly better if I go back and do the short sleeves after all, because I think that's another kind of big part of what's making me not like this are the sleeves. I just really don't like these sleeves, and I think maybe if I made them shorter, that would just go better with the whole elaborateness of the neckline. But all in all, yeah, I don't think I can't see myself wearing this, honestly. Maybe if I see it on camera now, I will reconsider. And it's definitely going on my to alter pile. I have a pile of clothes that I have made before that I would like to alter some little things on, and I'm planning to do a video like that where I take on that challenge and make my old sewing mistakes better, and this one is definitely a candidate for that. But for now, I'm gonna put it aside. I've been working on it for a week and a half now, which is plenty for a dress I don't actually like. So it is time to lay it to rest now. And yeah, except that this is the result. I'm not sure how it looks on camera. Maybe it looks better on camera, but I don't know. It's just costumey vibes all over, and not a very good costume at that. So yeah, I don't like it. I would love to hear if you have any suggestions as to how I could make this better. It does have a wonderful twirl, by the way. I really like that. If you maybe have used this pattern yourself, I believe it's quite a popular one, then I would love to hear if you ran into any of the problems that I have. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Better luck next time. I want to make a summer dress for my next project. I'm really excited about that. I have wonderful fabric for that. Hopefully it doesn't turn out like this again. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more beauty, lifestyle, fashion and sewing videos. I want to give a massive thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check them out in the link below. There is another video here that I think you might also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!